So I'm playing. What's up, y'all? Welcome back, and today we're going to be talking about things 2K needs to add and remove from NBA 2K26 to make 2K27 a better game. Let's get into it. The first thing that needs to be added in NBA 2K27 is the layup and shot button being separate. Look, bro, I'm gonna get straight to it. I can't tell you how many times I try to pull up for a mid-range jumper, and then it pulls me into a layup animation, and now I'm getting snatch blocked by prime Calvin Johnson, and I can't even do anything about it. Now I gotta explain to my teammates so I don't look like I'm cheeks. Or then sometimes it'd be the opposite, like I'm on a fast break, and I want to do a layup or a dunk, and now I'm doing a pull-up midi. Like, bro, why would I even do that, 2K? Why would I do that? Let me calm down. This is why I think there should be different buttons for a jump shot and a layup slash dunk. 2K can easily assign circle or B, depending on what console you're on, to be strictly for jump shots, and square or X, depending on what console you're on, for layups or dunks attempts. And not only that, you should have the option to switch them if you want to. If you want square to be shooting, if you want circle to be dunking, if you want to be dunking to be square, if you want shooting to be circle, you can just switch them around if you want to. I feel like that's a very simple thing to do. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe NBA Live did that way back in the day. They had a separate button for layups and a separate button for jump shots. So they can piggyback off that. It's already been implemented into a game, so it does work. I don't know why they just wouldn't, test it out, because this has been going on for too long. And I feel like implementing this into NBA 2K27 would give more control to the player and would lead to less randomness and frustration to occur. So that's how I feel about it. Let's go on to the blessy next one, eh?
Can I get a heat check? Heat check. Heat check. Heat check. Heat check. Heat.
Hey. The first thing that 2K needs to remove is slowing down your MyPlayer and delaying your contests. It's like, why is that a thing? One of the worst feelings in NBA 2K26 is when you anticipate a play, whether that be on the offensive end or defensive end, and suddenly your speed decreases, or your jump contest is delayed whenever you press the button. This is my biggest gripe with 2K right now. It's like, why should I even play defense or give my player a 90 speed rating if y'all just gonna slow me down and make me not jump as good as I know I can? It irks me, bro. And I feel like this happened because of badges on the offensive end, which dictates what animation or speed that I get or contests that I get. My attributes that I put on my build should contribute to what I do, not someone else's badges.
Good pass.
Oh, I got it. Let me go.
So nonchalantly running like
that. The second thing that 2K needs to add is a controller keybind customization. And this is very similar to separating the layup button and shot button. I feel like incorporating a keybind system has been long overdue. I feel like we should have had this feature at the start of the whole console generation, since NBA 2K21. And basically a keybind system is just when you can freely select what icons and what buttons can go to what command. And you see it all in the major games like Call of Duty, Battlefield, even 007 has a keybind system, and that thing, let me tell you, that keybind system in 007 is perfect. You can command anything and everything. It is fantastic. I love it. It gave you so much freedom to set whatever control you wanted to be designated to the command. Nevertheless, those are shooting games, but I feel like NBA 2K, even Madden can contribute to a keybind system like that. Like, imagine wanting to do a behind the back move. You ain't gotta flick it down diagonal. Maybe you just don't like how it feels. You can just command it and change it so it can just be flick down or flick up or flick right, whatever you want it to be. That freedom is just what's missing from 2K in a game that, can contribute from freedom. Or you can even set your block button to be R1 or something. So you ain't gotta move your finger off or your thumb off the button so you can be ready. I don't know, you can do multiple things. So I feel like that would be a lot better than what we have now. The second thing that 2K needs to remove is season passes and hiding animations behind rep. Season passes should never be in a $70 video game. Never. And look, I'm gonna cut 2K some slack. 2K is not the only company that does this. Games such as Call of Duty, Battlefield, Even Need for Speed Unbound has it. Like, why do you have it, bruh? What is that good for? What am I getting, a Prius out of it? NBA 2K Season Pass is egregious because of how useless it is. It is completely forced on the consumer. And I already know what people are going to say. They're going to be like, well, you do have the option to not buy the pass. Yeah, but if you don't, you are going to be at a disadvantage. You're going to have your Max Plus 1 and Max Plus 2 for like a week and a half tops. What contributes to that is how long the grind is. For you to get your Max Plus 1 and Max Plus 2, you're going to need all the boosts that you can get from the Season Pass, which takes a while if you don't get the Hall of Fame pass. And another gripe that I have with the whole Season Pass implementation is hiding animations behind seasons. Hiding animations behind each season and even rep is just ignorant. I'm essentially paying $70 for a beta version of NBA 2K26 until Season 8 comes around. Then finally, I can select every animation that's in the game. Like, what am I paying $70 for if I can't even get the full experience out of the game? The game literally lasts only for like a year until the next one comes out. Can I get the full experience out of it? Pause. Them having that free version is just an excuse for them to do this in the first place. Neither a Hall of Fame pass or a free version of a season pass should be in the $70 game is what I'm trying to say. And hiding animations behind the seasons is a terrible idea in the first place. I remember 2K there promoting that we have 2,000 new animations in the game this year. And I'm like, that's good, but I gotta wait till Season 8 to play all 2,000 of the animations that's in the game. Like, and at that point, the game is already dead. So I just went through the whole 2K year without using every animation that's in the game. I have no access to every animation in the game, and I went a whole year. Where did my $70 go? I just basically played a beta version of 2K for the whole year. We are basically paying for an unfinished product in a full price game. And I feel season passes are only acceptable for free to play games, because how else are they gonna make their money? Shit, put this on a t-shirt. Free to play equals free to pay. You know what I'm saying? It's like full price. Don't think twice. You know what I'm saying? The third thing that 2K needs to add is combining the close shot and driving layup and the offensive rebound and defensive rebound, and just combine them joints together. You feel me? Just do it. Just do it. This category has a long title, but I'm gonna keep it short. Anyways, having close shot and driving layup and offensive rebound and defensive rebound being separate it never made sense to me. It's probably the stupidest thing I've ever heard. So you're telling me I can hit the meanest Kyrie Irving, Derrick Rose layup while driving, but I can't hit a under the basket close shot? Like, what sense does that make, bro? Really, what sense? Same with rebounding. I'm jumping out the gym on an offensive rebound, but when I go to the defensive side, I just can't jump no more. My legs don't work. I ain't got Gatorade in me. Like, what's happened? I can't even jump over Chris Paul to get the board, bruh. It's ridiculous. And I get that right now, if you increase the driving layup, the close shot will move with it. You know, not as evenly, but it would move if you increase it. It doesn't feel the same though. Like, I feel like they're too similar to not be in the same category. Rebounding is about hustling and positioning. If I go and box out somebody and I have a low offensive rebound and he gets the rebound over me, I'm like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. But why all of a sudden, because I have a high defensive rebound on the other end, I can just jump out the gym? Why couldn't I do that over there though? And I boxed them out the same way. But that's my 2 cents on the category. Let's go on to the next one. The third thing that 2K needs to remove is game modes playing drastically different. The Rec, Park, Proving Grounds, Starting 5, My Career, and Pro-Am all feels like completely different games when you play them. Crazy part is My Career is the mode that feels the smoothest, even though I know it's offline mode, so obviously it's going to feel more responsive. Nevertheless, in every other online game mode, the input lag feels so delayed, especially when dribbling or trying to shoot or do a move or a go-to. They will not respond to what you are telling them to do until like 3 seconds later. I be feeling this delay heavy in the Rec, 3v3 Pro-Am, and Park. 3v3 game modes this year felt so slow. It was unbearable for me to play this year. It just felt like I was playing a whole different build of the game. I was running slower, my dribble was delayed. I even made a whole separate jump shot just for 3v3, and then I made another one for 5v5 game modes like the Rec. had to have 2 different jump shots for different modes. It shouldn't be like that. The game is not consistent in any way. Look, I don't always play starting 5, but when I do, why that sound like the Dos Equis do for a second? I don't always play the starting 5, but when I do, I don't want to be delayed. NBA 2K, are you in good hands? That's not it. NBA 2K, do you have OnlyFans? Nope, that's not it either. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Pizza,
That's
pizza.
no Caesars, bruh.
So my line is, every kiss begins with K.
I thought it was just do it.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, so that's what I thought.
Guys, I really think it's just ball over everything. What is he talking
All over
man?
everything. What even is that, eh?
Right?
What even is that? Hey, how about you don't fall over everything when you vacate the premises? Get the bloody hell out of here.
Guys, it's definitely you can't out Pizza the Hut.
Oh,
That's
one
right
right
there.
there. That's it.
That's
That's
it.
it.
That's
That's
it.
Let's get into character. Let's go. Let's go.
All right, from the start, quiet on set. In 3, 2.
Anyways, I have never played a smooth starting 5 game ever this year in NBA 2K26. Every game I've played in starting 5, I've never felt fully in control of my player. It was so delayed. I don't know why it is. It's just you and another player online. In general, I just feel like every online game mode needs to crack down the input lag and the delay and just make it consistent all around for each mode. The 4th thing that 2K needs to add is a more in-depth dribbling creator. We need it. And when I say a more in-depth dribble creator, I mean, we basically ain't got a dribble creator at all, but I mean a deeper classification for categories. For example, right now in NBA 2K26, if you put on a behind-the-back move like Kawhi Leonard, there's no separate option for behind-the-back moving and a behind-the-back standing. And that's where you feel constricted in your customization. There should be a plethora of separate categories for moving animations and standing animations. It's like if I want to equip the Lonzo moving crossover and equip the Devin Booker between the legs moving, I can do that. I should have the liberty of making that decision myself. They can even add more categories like a standing in and out, moving in and out, moving between the legs, standing step back, moving step back, escape cross, escape moving between the legs. Like there's so many options that you can have and put on your character to make it totally different between other characters and other players. The 4th thing that 2K needs to remove is the speed advantage that you get with your pass styles and motion styles. Pass styles and motion styles should have no advantages for your MyPlayer. It should be strictly just for cosmetic reasons. Let's just say if I wanted to make a MyPlayer and make them look like LeBron or Steph Curry, I should be able to use their motion style or pass styles and not feel obligated to use someone else's just because it gives me like a speed boost or something. There are over 1,000 motion style and pass style animations that are not being used because they are too slow or it's just not appealing. Now all those motion styles that y'all put in the game are just useless because no one else is putting it on their build because it's not the fastest, it's one of the slowest. You can't slide as good on that motion style. And you can't throw dots by using that pass style. It's like, look, this could also be applied for dribble animations, but I'm gonna hold off. We got it's coming up. Just hang tight.
Who even is that? KG?
Yeah.
Oh,
Kawhi, you got Kawhi over.
oh yeah, here you go, Dan.
The 5th thing that 2K needs to add is different types of jump shot contests on the perimeter. This is not a very important segment for 2K to add. It's just something I would like to see. All I mean is to incorporate how they have the interior defense, how there's different certain buttons you can do so you won't foul, or you just get a swat if you wanted to, more aggressive type blocks. For example, if you want to do like a light jump contest, only press triangle or Y, and this will like give you the ability to recover faster if the offensive player, you know, pump fakes or something. And if you wanted a more like aggressive, stronger jump contest, that would make you, you know, not recover as fast if the player pump fakes, but will give you a better contest, you would then hold right trigger and press triangle or Y, depending on what console you want. Because I hate when I do a pump fake and someone actually jumps and falls for the pump fake, they still just land right back in front of me and just recover and just be glued to me while I'm trying to drive past them. That should not happen at all. But with having different jump contests, the defender can anticipate if he wants to fully jump, and if he does, I should be able to go right past him. And if he doesn't fully jump, he can be able to recover. Having this feature would penalize the defender for recklessly closing out, but it also give the defender a choice to anticipate a pump fake. The 5th thing that 2K needs to remove, I'm not gonna hold y'all. I'm gonna read it right off the papers because I'm not gonna say all this. from my head. The fifth thing that they have to remove are the attribute requirements for dribble animations and certain animations being widely better than others. I apologize for that long title. I feel that instead of having a certain attribute and height to select the animation, you should only be required to have a certain height and position to select the animation. You shouldn't have to be a 6'5", 6'6" guard with a low ball handle and you can't select an animation that you want just because your ball handle is too low. Imagine Josh Hart has, let's just say Josh Hart could have the coldest looking crossover in real life. Like, he really sells it that he's going that way. But is anybody going to say he has the best handle? Is anybody going to call him a top 3, top 5 ball handler? No, Josh Hart, he's not the best ball handler, but he might have a good crossover. It's just an animation. I'm gonna say, like, I'm gonna give an analogy. Animations should be treated like a garnish on a food dish, not as a seasoning. Let me explain. The garnish on a steak is parsley. Parsley really doesn't have a taste to it. It's just there to make the food look more appetizing or presentable. The seasoning, however, such as salt and pepper on the steak, should be the attribute category. That's what gives it its flavor and taste, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all probably like, what is this nigga talking about? The attribute's purpose should be to make pulling off or selling that specific dribble move better than what it would be if it was lower. Like, I should be able to equip the Lonzo Ball crossover on my player, even though I have a 50 ball handle, but if I do it, it will be significantly slower and less effective than with a 85 ball handle. Crazy analogy, I know, but I hope you get what I was trying to say. If you didn't, I understand, brother. I understand.
Look at that. Oh! Oh my God.
And the sixth thing that 2K needs to add is blocking a jump shot from behind. Please. This is going to be a really simple segment. Let me block a jump shot from behind, 2K. It's literally not impossible to block a jump shot from behind in real life. Might I add, it's even easier. When someone releases a jump shot, the ball is either above their head or behind their head, depending on, well, except for Sean Marion, you know. if you behind him, hey, he got you where he wants you. You know what I'm saying? In college, his name was Mr. Krabs, you know? I'm sorry. Anyways, if I time a jump perfectly while I'm behind him, I should be able to get the block if I timed it right. But if I mistime it, if I jump too late or jump too early, then yeah, penalize me. Give me a foul or just say it's wide open. But don't make me just incapable to do anything if I'm behind him. That's not basketball. Being able to crash somebody and the defender being incapable to do anything has been going far too long in NBA 2K.
Green.
The sixth thing that 2K needs to remove is rhythm shooting. Nigga, get it out of here, man. Rhythm shooting. We gotta let it die. We gotta let it die. I mean fast. We gotta let it go. 2K, y'all try to make it a thing. I get it, but it did not succeed. The only thing it led to was for cheaters to prosper. When rhythm shooting was introduced, it was supposed to be a more difficult option, but gives you a stronger boost if timed right. The funny part is, rhythm shooting now is even easier to time than the button shooting. It is more difficult to shoot with the button that some Pro-Am leagues banned Pro-Am teams for using rhythm shooting, like, because it was way easier, and cheaters, especially cheaters, will prosper so much with using that. And look, I really want it to be gone altogether, but another way that we can solve this situation is not give boosts to rhythm shooting whatsoever. So there's no boost in using rhythm shooting, and there's no boost in using square. They're just both equally as powerful. But I need to see it gone. I ain't going to hold you. That thing got to get out of here. So those are the few things that I want to see added and removed in NBA 2K27 when it comes out. Hope y'all enjoyed. If y'all did, leave a like. I might have another video like this coming soon. If y'all did like this type of video, let me know in the comments. But with all that being said, I'm gonna holla at y'all. Peace. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Pizza, pizza. Pizza. Okay, I'm done.